Okay, so let's take a look at how you can set up Azure's Cosmos DB on Azure Cloud. So Azure Cosmos DB is a free service which you can also confirm by going to Azure's free service tier page, and here you can see in this tier you have like Cosmos DB's specific amount, 25 GB storage and 1000 requests per second provisioned, right? So what we will do is we will log into our Azure portal and try and get Azure Cosmos DB set up for our account, right? I assume that you already set up for free trial. If not, then make sure to set that up, create your account, get your card validated, and then you are good to go. Now whenever you log into Azure portal, you will find page that looks like this. In your case it could be different based on how it is set up. So in my case, what I do is I always go to menu, and from there I always try to find the resources. If that doesn't work, I always go to the top option, right? And here I type in Cosmos DB. Usually you will find Cosmos DB easily because Microsoft has placed it on dashboard. So let's go to service Azure Cosmos DB, right? And make sure to go it in service, not try to find it in marketplace, because you will find that there is a marketplace option where you will find plenty of services related to Cosmos DB. So if you are seeing Cosmos DB, then try to find it as a service. Right now, empty dashboard will look something like this. Here you can see option to create, restored, manage, view, refresh, etc. So I'll be going through a lot of steps. So my current intention here is to set Cosmos DB up, and once I do that, I will move on to other options such as connecting it with, let's say, Azure Data Studio, etc. Right? So here what I will do is I will try and create first instance of Cosmos DB. So click on create, right? So it will take us to this option. Now here you can see Azure Cosmos DB for NoSQL, PostgreSQL, MongoDB, Apache, Gremlin, then Azure Cosmos DB for table, right? So it will be table storage. Then there is also Cosmos DB for Apache Cassandra, right? It is fully managed NoSQL service, and here we will try and create Azure Cosmos DB for NoSQL. Here you can see API selection cannot be changed after account creation. So select API to create new account. So let's see, if we choose for NoSQL, that would be good option, right? Now what you will see here is it will point you to project details. It will always start with your plan, which is subscription. Then you need a resource group. You can create a new resource group. You can name this related to, say, something like, I want to name this training. So new resource group, training, and account. So instance, we have to give it a account name, and also choose the region. So let's see, I want to choose Asia Pacific because I'm in that region. So here you can choose the capacity as well, provision throughput or serverless, right? So we will stick with free tier and provision throughput. Here I want to name this DevNami Cosmos, right? So it is telling me that everything should be in lowercase. Okay, let's make it Dev Cosmo, right? That would be a good option, right? So we created subscription and resource group, then account name Dev Cosmo, location Asia Pacific, then apply free tier and limiting the total throughput. The next thing is we will check is global distribution, right? Here you can see you can enable geo redundancy and multi-region writes. So redundancy and writes are something I don't want to enable, so I will stick with that. Next come networking. We can choose public, private or all networks. So all network will be able to access this account. So if in case you want to create the endpoints, you will have to create your virtual network in that case. Now let's choose backup policy. Let's say I want to create only local copies of data retained to backup interval. Here you have minutes, you can make it into hours, make 24 backup retention, make it 1 day. We don't want, so it says 2 days as minimum, so we'll choose 2, right, so that we don't have to put too much load. Now here you can see continuous 7 days backup policy and continuous 30 days. Periodic backup is taken at periodic interval on your configuration, right? You can see everything set up on that note. Next is encryption, right? So Azure Cosmos DB encryption can be server managed, service managed, or you can make it customer manage. So you will add your own key URI. So I will go with service managed, right? Now comes the tags. Here you can choose Cosmos, right? And let's see, it has its own value, so I will Cosmos diff, right? So that's the tag we can use, or again there is even no need to create the tag if you don't want, right? So we'll just move on to review and create. Right now here you can see you have been given option, and validation is success, subscription free trial, resource group and location, account name, right, provision throughput, periodic backup, locally redundant, right, and then all network. Now finally I can click on create, so that will create Azure Cosmos DB for NoSQL, and it will be added into deployment, right? Now once deployed you will be seeing this particular page. So we will have to wait till everything is provisioned, and I have given Asia Pacific as the region, so it will check whether that region is available for setting things up, right? And now once the setup is properly done on that node, we are good to go. Right, so here you can see our deployment resource name and status. There are a lot of details are yet to be revealed because it's still in progress. You can also check the amount of credits that you have with checking out the credits page. Every time you deploy some service, make sure to take a look at credits page, right? And considering Cosmos DB is free, still make sure that you are not using any idle resource. As you can see, the deployment is successful, and here you see the success message, green check. If that's shown, you can also see the OK status here. Now you can go to the resource and you will notice Azure Cosmos DB account. Now here you have option that your container is ready. You can now pick means to create your app and choose the container, choose your platform. Between all of these, download your app then, right? So what I can do here is I will just go to overview and show you what's there. So here you will be seeing the requests for 1 hour, 24 hours, 7 days, 30 days. You also need to check the containers because currently we don't have any and we can't explore that. Then you have like this URI on Azure, so you can use this URI within your data explorer, right? And then query your Azure Cosmos DB, right? So this was pretty much the setup that you can do with Azure portal for this specific Cosmos DB.